I just came here to say, girl, stop apologizing. Now, I'm halfway talking to myself, but this is something that I say to a lot of people because a lot of us just apologize for things that don't need an apology. An apology is saying, like, I acknowledge I did something wrong, and I'm taking accountability for doing so and will change my behavior going forward. That's essentially what an apology is. But when you start apologizing for things that don't need an apology, it starts to make you, and I am speaking from a first person narrative, but it starts to make you and me feel guilty for doing the things that I shouldn't and you shouldn't feel guilty for. So for instance, one of my big things, especially I've been saying to my mom friends, because this is something that I've had to work on myself too, is apologizing for my kids. And specifically, like being on a call and my kids start causing a ruckus, even though I'm at my desk in a different room with my door closed, because my kids know one volume and that is absolutely as loud as they can be. I had to, I don't know what it was, but one day I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do the best I can to keep them out, but I'm not going to apologize for my kids. Like, I think, actually, what was it? I think I was doing an actor. Oh, you know what? I had a virtual meeting, with a bunch of actors that I was using in a project last year. And I said, you gonna hear my kids, but I'm not apologizing for my kids. Where that attitude came from, I don't know. It's probably something I either clicked or heard or whatever. But I was just like, I'm not sorry that I have kids. Me having kids is not a mistake. It is not something, you know what I mean? Like what typically an apology should be used for, that doesn't apply to my babies. So I'm not going to apologize. And it was just like, I used to say it all the time automatically. Like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry I have kids. Because they would just be the kids are doing what they're doing. Plus, we're in a Pangea. Everybody's home. I'm the only person that leaves my house in my household. So not only am I apologizing for humans that I want to be here, that I'm not regretful for, that I carried and brought into this world. And yes, my husband has something to do with it, but I carried them and they came out of my body. So it is what it is. But we're also in a Panera Bread that has literally wreaked havoc on all of our lives. So we all have to operate differently because everybody is home. My oldest is still in virtual school. So long gone, especially for those of us who have children, long gone are the days where it's just quiet during the day. So I also, I was working with this gentleman actually yesterday, and some things were happening and we were running behind schedule, and I was trying to make sure things were happening out of either one of our controls that were happening, and it caused us to run behind schedule a little bit, and he had to go to work, and he was like, oh my God, guys, I'm sorry. Well, this is Erica saying it. He said it in his way, but he did say, I'm sorry, I have to go to work. And I said, why are you apologizing for that? Because now, I don't know what made it click in my head, but now I'm like very aware of how much we all apologize for that. Why are you apologizing to me that you have to go to work to make money to live? Don't do that. And I'm not just like calling him out in case he sees this and knows I'm talking about him, but I've said it before to people. Other people have said it before to me. I'm like, we do what we can do, especially if it's like our business or our passions or whatever, when we can, but you gotta live. You gotta eat. You gotta make money to pay your bills. That's not something to apologize for. So my question to you all is, what are you apologizing for that you shouldn't be apologizing for? Should we all be able to stay home and just get paid every month because of this Panasonic that we're in? Absolutely. Because everybody gonna need a therapist after this. But the fact is that we have to go to work to live, to eat, to pay bills. My kids are here because I wanted them to be here. And, I was just blessed to be able to bring them like out of my body into the physical world successfully, because I acknowledge that sometimes that doesn't happen. So I was blessed to be able to do that. I don't regret I'm not sorry that I have kids. So why am I and kids make noise? Why am I apologizing? Why are you apologizing? You have to go to work. I have even done things like, oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry. I need to get off. I have to go to sleep. Like, I've even said things like that. Why am I apologizing that I have to sleep? Sleeping is essential. So my question to you is, what are you apologizing for that you shouldn't be? And when are you going to stop?